All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Miami Dolphins and the Memphis Steamers. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Here we go. 60 or. Just like that. Check out.
Now a give, right side. It's King. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game as he'll lose yardage to start things out. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Second and 11 at the 39-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's second and 11.
Hey, I-7. Here we go.
Here's Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Howell. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. They'll run on first down. It's King, and he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On the ready. Five. Double time. You got three down. Five.
Jones, off play action. This is Butler making the catch. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down.
Hey, wahoo! Go!
Now Jones operating from the gun. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. So make some room next to Tom Dempsey on the NFL's all-time field goal distance leaderboard. That's going to go down officially as a 63-yarder.
Let's not forget about David Akers, Jason Elam, and Sebastian Janikowski, too. So now Matt Prater at 64 has got a little bit of company up near the top spot. That was one heck of a kick right there.
Good set. 18. 54. 31. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
On first and 10, Watson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Switch. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Shift. Hey, check.
Throwing again on second and 10. Watson sliding out of the pocket. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways because Most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where he, their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the end routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
Meanwhile, here, a run on first down really backfires as he's going to be brought down well behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll make this a second and long.
Right here, right here. Check, 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 check. Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog. 54.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Rolling to his right. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
I got it. Check. Now. Check. 55 to mine. Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on. 55 is mine, guys. 55. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
On second and 12, Jones. He's going to rifle one deep into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson, and a big loss here as he's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Going to need something special here on 3rd and long after that sack. What does Watson have in his arsenal? Out of the gun, Watson. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Well, that was an interesting little chess match there because the offense went empty set. No running backs in the backfield, so they're trying to get people out into a route pretty quickly. But guess what? The defense sees that. They go ahead and move themselves into a blitzing situation and come right after the quarterback. They had more guys there than they could block.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. 9 yards is the pickup there. They'll have a 2nd and 1.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
60 outlaw, Greystone, Travis. Hey, Charlie! Get it!
Off play action. Jones firing quickly here. That's complete. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Ready.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Ready, ready!
Now Jones. Throw left side complete. That's Howell. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That one goes for 30 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
At the 2-yard line.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
Get that quarterback and all coach. Hey, watch this.
They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
On 3rd down, King. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Rosas good with the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. From the gun, here's Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Alert!
No. Back to the car. Hey, line him up.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Steps away. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tap.
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And all the way in for the touchdown. A great play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that makes our score 17-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Watson. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage, because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? Because bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Set. 18. 54. Let's go. Alert flare. Alert flare. 24. Kill. 59. Let's go.
Watson on 1st down. He's going to look deep down the field. And this is caught inside the 5. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
25. Check 25. Check 25.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
24.
On 2nd and goal, Watson, and they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. The throw here caught by Devontae Parker. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Back to throw, Watson. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And the ball is knocked out, and the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
On first down, King. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That really sets him back. A loss of 6.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
And not much running room. Down to the 32. They get just a yard back there, and now they'll be looking at a tough 3rd and 15.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
He's going to go for it all. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Rosas good with the extra point, and the lead is now 24. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over.
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And this is picked up by the defense. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. Rosas now to add the PAT. And they're able to up the lead by 1 more. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This is fielded at the goal line. And some good coverage there by the kick team as they'll bring him down at the 16-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 24-yard line.
54. I'm coming up to you. I'm coming up to you.
Watson off play action. Rolling to his left. And this is Parker, complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 40. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Roses to have the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short term.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line.
60 Pittsburgh.
They'll take over first and 10 at the 17.
They'll run on first down. It's King, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They'll keep it on the ground. It's King, and he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. So that one will get him halfway to the first down marker. 7 yards makes it 3rd and 7 now.
That's a gain of 7.
Blue draw Porker.
3rd and 7.
Ready?
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Rosa's kick is good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. That's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free. Anything you can do to slow them down.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Look at me. Zipper.
They'll keep it on the ground. King. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll be 3rd and 10. And that is going to do it. for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Pull it high.
The Twins.
Now.
From the gun, Jones. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. TJ Green with a pick. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Now they get a fourth quarter pick, a little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. Has a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over.
I like the design of that play, or shall I say the way it ended up. Quarterback ends up to the right side. Gets outside of the pocket. How about the tight end staying in his sight line and getting to that same part of the field, and they find each other for the completion.
Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first. On first down, Donnelly. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Operating from the gun, Watson. And he finds Parker here, complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down.
Right here. We got to step it up. Watch twins, watch twins, watch twins. Twins.
Hey, alert. Hey, 31.
Watson from the gun, he'll throw. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Obi Melifonwu. He was looking for Parker that time.
Go. 70, Indy.
Here we go.
Cut up.
They'll run on first down. King. A big seam, and he might go all the way. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown. A big play there. 88 yards as his guys continue to pour it on. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
You got tape. You got touchdown. Check the back.
On 2nd and 11 now. Watson flush to his right. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. Another incompletion. It's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
He's going to let one go deep for Parker. And my goodness, another interception. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 48-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground. King. And there he goes right side. It's a gain of 35.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring set.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Closest now to add the PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 2nd down now. Donnelly, he'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll take this down to the 40-yard line. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Donnelly. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. And this is caught, so they do get the 2. Still a very large deficit, but maybe something to feel a little better about. And this one won't bounce their way. It's covered up by the hands team. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And they take a knee.
Jones on the keeper. A loss of a yard. It's 4th down.
Now the Pro Bowl kicker, Aldrich Rosas. Last year, he hit one from 57. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. And off the crossbar, no good. A sensational effort from that distance, but rejected by the bar. And this score will stay right where it is.
This is it. 218.
Mike's by 4. Pick me up. Here we go. Chance.
And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for second down. Call it a gain of 5 that time. They'll be left with a third down and about 9 to go. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the home team here, the train just keeps rolling 9-0 now to start this campaign. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, it's just their second loss so far to go along with their 7 wins. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.